Yes, yes, yes. Let's have another scroll. Metro mayors to control rail services under unprecedented England devolution plans. Transport is supposed to be completely broken, certainly between cities. China has taken over the world auto market. Zero hedge. Does that mean EVs? Or just cars in general? Yeah, sorry, yeah, there's horrific stuff that comes up in social media to do with just murder, genocide, children being killed en masse. Today, Israel killed the journalist that revealed this. The Chinese spy stuff could really ruin Prince Andrew's reputation. Don't worry, Prince William, life begins at 50. That's interesting. This is William, who's probably 40. Someone says here, just Labour quietly delivering for the country in relation to a story from the Mirror saying that polluting water bosses to have outrageous bonuses blocked under new law. But will they have them clawed back? And that's the question. To succeed in life, you need two things, ignorance and confidence. I've always liked that line. And then we have Boris Johnson, Jacob Rees-Mogg and Nigel Farage. I can't respond to every single thing here. This is just the feed. Bashar al-Assad has £55 million fund in a London HSBC bank account. Ministers facing calls to seize £163 million of assets that Assad, his family and associates have stashed in the UK and used them to help build Syria. This is what they started to do with Russia, and now they're just going to carry on doing it. It's very, very similar to the Magnitsky Act, which Bill Browder put through. Bill Browder, who is an interesting and, I would say, extremely sinister character. Why are the farmers not protesting outside the Tory HQ or Nigel Farage's house over this? Imports of dairy and beef products from Australia and New Zealand shot up in unprecedented way. Yeah, exactly. Farage was up for that. So he says he's pro-farmer, but he's helped to kill the farmers' business by allowing cheap imports of foreign food, undercutting anyone who wants to farm here. And Zionists set dog on child. Jeremy Corbyn is suing Nigel Farage. Is that true? Not sure. BBC, they say this. Nigel Farage, whether you love him or hate him, is one of the most influential politicians of his generation. And that is Chris Mason, joins BBC Nick Robinson. So there you go. And someone has rightfully said, shocking, promoting a man who jumps on any bandwagon to lie, cheat and divide. He supplies no solutions, just bullies and divides. He's broken Britain, backs populism and faux patriotism. This is the thing about social media. It's difficult, isn't it? Because everyone is saying things that they think are obvious, including me, and they're right. But it all kind of nets off, doesn't it? It all cancels each other out so that you just get a cacophony of noise. This was one in particular I wanted to show you. Quietly, Keir Starmer is closing our gaps with Europe. And look at who he's in the photo with. I would have no doubt that this person thinks that this is a good thing. But closing gaps with Ursula von der Leyen, who is a warmonger, is not what I call progressive. Craig Murray, did the core principles include the US, Turkey and Israel immediately quitting the Syrian land they have stolen? Thought not. So Foreign Office saying something about Syria. And obviously, that's just going to be permanently occupied territory. Farmageddon, looking into farming. I think I will give you a break now because that's enough of this. It just goes on and on. Nick Candy, the new Reform UK donor, right there in the room. Okay. So, that's, I assume, a joke, but very, I mean, it's funny. In crowd type thing. The point scoring is kind of interesting here, because it's point scoring versus genuine. This guy's really good. European pal. Nothing to see here, just Kemi Badenoch admitting in April 2023 that ISDS, that's Investor State Dispute Settlement, is built into all post-Brexit CPTPP deals, meaning countries can sue the UK government for infringement. Yes, so apparently this is about to be signed. Britain is about to join the CPTPP trade agreement, which will mean that Britain will then be sued in various courts for not doing what companies that it signs deals with want to force them to do. Very bad idea. Maybe some people running Britain think that they have more to gain from suing in other countries, from British corporations suing in other countries, than Britain loses when it is sued. But I mean, it's pretty absurd, not exactly logical from a moral perspective, because it just means that there's going to be lots of wrongful litigation happening. Richard Medhurst, Qatar and Turkey will build their long-planned pipeline through Syria, drastically reducing costs. Israel will steal the gas in the Mediterranean that belongs to Palestine, Syria and Lebanon. The US will continue stealing Syria's oil in the east and block the new Silk Road. Okay. And yet all these people saying, oh great, closer ties with the EU. It's very disturbing how the same people who object to certain human rights violations perhaps unintentionally promote other ones, particularly this whole EU thing. It's total globalization on steroids, including the war machine. They're never held accountable, they never admit to mistakes, they just get on with it. Now, European Power 56 minutes ago. Why wasn't this all over the news? The UK government can be sued by corporations who feel their rights to pollute the environment, evade taxes, shred workers' rights and ban unions from their workplaces have been infringed upon by the host sovereign nation. This is ISDS. Yeah, good call. I'm going to stop now, but I'm glad that's been mentioned.